Faith TV Plus. This is morning news on Faith TV Plus. Here are the headlines. Diezani appeals in UK court over alleged bribery. Tribunal sacks Nasarawa governor. Process of entering office to be crucial, not by forgery, Peter B. NLC federal government meets again amid looming strike. Sheyi Tinubu seen certain brawl between individuals in Abuja. Tinubu mourns Professor Sheyu's death. Now the news. Minister of Petroleum Resources Diezani Alisi appeared before the Westminster Magistrates Court in London on Monday morning, October 2, to face bribery charges filed against her following an investigation by the United Kingdom's National Crime Agency, NCA. Diezani, who also served as president of the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, was a key figure in the President Goodluck Jonathan-led government between 2010 and 2015. According to NCA, Diezani accepted bribes during her time as Minister for Petroleum Resources in exchange for awarding multi-million-pound oil and gas contracts. She was alleged to have benefited from at least £100,000 in cash, chauffeur-driven cars, flights on private jets, luxury holidays for her family, and the use of multiple London properties. Her charges also detailed financial rewards, including furniture, renovation work, and staff for the properties, payment of private school fees, and gifts from high-end designer shops such as Cartier jewelry and Louis Vuitton goods. The charges against her read out in court are related to events alleged to have taken place in London during her time as a Nigerian minister. She pleaded not guilty to the charges. The head of the NCA's International Corruption Unit, ICU, Andy Kelly, had on August 22 announced plans to charge the former petroleum minister to court. In other news, the governorship election tribunal sitting in Nasarawa has sacked Governor Abdullahi Sule of the APC and declared David Mbugadu of the PDP winner of the March 18, 2023 Guba election. 2 out of the 3 justices led by Justice Ezekiel Ajayi declared that Governor Abdullahi Sule was not validly elected. INEC had declared Sule the winner of the state governorship election for polling 327,229 votes. PDP's David Mbugadu polled a total of 184,281 votes. Meanwhile, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, Peter Obi, has said that there is no way anyone who forged certificates to get into office will do the right thing while in office. During an interview with Arise TV on Monday, October 2, the former governor of Anambra State said that while it is not necessary to have the best educational qualifications, one must be honest and honorable about his or her past to be a great leader. Peter Obi further cited the example of several great world leaders and innovators who had bad educational backgrounds, no formal education, or even became school dropouts, and went on to achieve great things that changed the world.
We are at a point where we're challenging the process. These are part of what makes a nation. The process through which people come into office or assume or achieve anything is far more fundamental than what they do thereafter. It is important that the people come through the right door and not just jump into through the window and start saying, okay, let's move on, let's clean it up, let's do this and everything. No. So we're challenging the process. And that has to come to a logical end before any other thing. And it has to be something that people will seemingly, that's why I said, we have to begin by doing the right things. And not doing the right things, having the right process. On issue of qualification, I never said anything with regards to improving the degree or doing this. The issue of qualification is the issue of leaders making statements, doing things that are honest and truthful. This is an issue of honor and integrity. It is the foundation on which you build society. If you look at what is happening in Nigeria today, there's so many issues of certificates, age, all sorts of one falsification or the other, all over, within the leaders. There's no way people can doing this and be able to do the right things, because that means they live in a falsified life. And that is not good morally, and a sign it should be given to the society. There's so many great people in the world who did not go to school. And I can tell you, America today, one of the highest, or I would say the greatest president America has ever had, is Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln did not go to a formal school. In fact, his entire education is less than 1 year formal education, because he came from a very extremely poor family. His education was by borrowing books and everything, which he did later. But he was able to show, if you read his history, you show that he came from a very poor home and did not have formal education. He didn't have to say he read the PhD here or he did this one here, and then there's an argument like what we're having all over Nigeria today, which is bringing the credibility of our nation into question. If you come to the UK, one of the greatest prime ministers is Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill is known to have had a poor academic record. In fact, his academic record was very bad that his father had to enlist him in the army. Even when he went to take an exam to be able to be enlisted into the British military academy, he sat it 3 times before he could pass. Eventually, he became a prime minister, became a great prime minister. You go to the corporate world, the biggest company we have today in terms of market value is Apple. The founder is a dropout, a school dropout. His history shows that. The second biggest company is Microsoft. At least Apple today is about 2.9, if I'm right, about 2.9 trillion company, when African GDP is about 2.9. So it's about the same thing as African GDP. The second biggest company is Microsoft, founded by Bill Gates. Bill Gates is a university dropout. It's written there. There's no question. The 4th richest person in the world, Larry Ellison, is a poor person. The mother had to give up for adoption when he was 9 months.
All right. So that's
So you don't really have to have all the degrees in the world to be great. But you need to be honorable about your past, so we can know who exactly you are and everything. The world are bound by great people who have poor past and no education, and that forms part of their greatness.
In other reports, the executives of Nigerian labor unions on Monday evening arrived at the presidential villa in Abuja, the nation's capital, for a second meeting to advise the planned strike scheduled to begin on Tuesday. The Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) and the Trade Union Congress (TUC) of Nigeria had resolved to begin an indefinite nationwide strike starting on October 3, 2023. This comes after a joint press briefing held by the leaders of the unions in Abuja last Tuesday. The labour movement and the government had failed to reach an agreement on the best way to cushion the effects of fuel subsidy removal and the attendant hardship in the country on Nigerians. In a video posted on X by Nigerian Television Authority (NTA), the organized labour leaders were seen walking into the meeting venue. This is the second time the government and the labour union leaders would be meeting to have resolution on the issues surrounding the planned industrial strike. Moving on, the son of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Sheyi, was spotted mediating in the brawl between a group of young individuals at a location in Abuja on Sunday. The incident, which occurred on Independence Day, showcased Sheyi Tinubu's dedication to promoting harmony and resolving conflicts, particularly among Nigeria's youth. Eyewitnesses reported that his intervention played a crucial role in de-escalating the situation, preventing potential harm and restoring order. Finally, on the news, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has expressed sadness over the passing of a foremost Nigerian educationist and one of the pioneer medical doctors from northern Nigeria, Emeritus Professor Mari Shehu, on Monday. This was disclosed in a press statement signed by his special advisor on media and publicity, Ajurin Galali. He shared his profound condolences with the people and government of Borno State, the deceased statesman family, the Nigerian medical community, and so many others who are grieving around the world over the colossal loss of this Nigerian icon, mentor, father, son, and dedicated professional. The president also prayed for the repose of the soul of the deceased academician and statesman. Professor Shehu, who died at the age of 92, was a legendary academician, served variously as a deputy vice-chancellor, and sole administrator of the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and the University of Maiduguri, respectively. Thanks for joining our news broadcast. Subscribe on our channel for latest updates. Reporting for Flip TV Plus.